people that have made a difference, people that have been dedicated, people that are passionate, people that are driven. I think some of you might have seen the Discovery Channel show, The Harley and the Davidsons. One thing that was actually true was the way they depicted the founders, completely driven to be successful. You know, some of the facts, Harley Davidson has been in Sturgis since 1938. Harley Davidson has started producing motorcycles in 1903, and we've been manufacturing motorcycles continuously for almost 115 years. Pretty amazing. Thank you. But when you think about our success and the people, that is the true ingredient. It's the Harley Davidson family. It's people like my ugly brothers, and thank you so much for being here. It's people like our customers that have the passion. And we've got some pretty loyal customers all over the world that are dedicated to this lifestyle, this brand, and our products. It's our world-class dealer network. And I'd like to extend a special thank you to all the Harley-Davidson dealers that are here today. Thank you so very much. And, you know, we've been through a lot of ups and downs. Our history is rich. But there's these people and our employees. You know, when we were close to bankruptcy in the late 70s, early 80s, our employees, our dealers, and our customers came together like never before. Nobody wanted to see an American icon die. There's another individual who has been instrumental in this success. In fact, he was one of the original 13 that helped buy the company back from AMF. And that is my dad. Dad, where are you? There you are. The other person that I want to mention, I mentioned my sister, but a true backbone to our family, my mom, Nancy. You know, Willie is a leader, he's an artist, he's a designer, he's a legend, and I get to add one other. He's an amazing dad. He has been an unbelievable mentor, inspiration, riding partner, and a brother. And Dad, congrats. You've earned this, you deserve it. Congrats. We have some great video footage, and I'd like to roll that footage. Thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Willie G. Davidson.
Set the tone for everything Harley is movie. He's the soul of the company.
He was like a movie star. Artist, designer, leader, legend. He's a real reflection of the company itself.
He's a blue-collar kind of guy. He just has an innate sense of what looks right and is right. That's Willie.
He was a fighter himself. That was really an important thing. He was actually one of them.
He was looked at totally different than any executive I've ever seen in my life. Totally immersed himself into the culture. I think he became this kind of character because of that.
We talk about being customer led. You know, there's a guy that he wouldn't miss a crowd.
Watching a motorcycle go from a piece of paper, a sketch, to 3D, then the changes, and then into something you can hide, and finally the customer gives you a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Most of them thumbs up. And I'm very proud of that.
He knows the American biker, the world biker, the motorcycle enthusiast wants a dependable, stylish, practical, reliable motorcycle that is sexier than all get out. Something that you want to ride.
Willie G's place in motorcycle design history is it's unmatched.
I think that how people relate to motorcycles was changed by Willie.
You know, he's the bearer of the flame.
And everybody from the Hells Angels to doctors and lawyers who ride bikes and everything, they've got that image of just clip. Or you can't invent that. You either got it or you don't have it.
The buyback in 1981. And you know, I have to say that that was probably one of the happiest times in my whole life.
Was part of the original 13 that bought Harley Davidson back from the EMF, is so down to earth and so genuine and likes to be at our level and endorse the sport. My dad is one of the faces of motorcycling.
He's just a regular person. In reality, it's motorcycling royalty. I mean, he really is an icon in the sport.
I imagine 100 years from now, you'll go to Harley event, the guy come up with a beard and just, oh look, it's Willie G, like Santa Claus. You know, he look just like Willie G.
He's not just an unbelievable designer. He's not just the grandson of one of the founders. He's a great person. Cares about people, cares about the riders, connects with them on every level because that's fundamentally who he is.
I know the public, when they thought Harley
One-on-one with the elements and a bond with the riders. Many have become lifetime friends. Ride free all.
Ladies and gentlemen, Willie G. Davidson. Willie!
I'll hold it while you talk. All right, Will.
Okay, that's gorgeous. I'm honored and feel privileged to be a part of motorcycling and to be a part of this great group I see out here. Thank you all for spending your day, your part of it, with the group that's been honored, including myself. You gotta stick with me a little bit. I blew my voice out. I get excited every year at Sturgis and I jump up and down a lot. I yell and scream, and that's the end of my voice. But I think I can handle it here. But I'm up here And Bill has covered some of our family and Nancy, but the one thing that I really would like to do, because my family is everything. They're riders, they're enthusiasts. Our houses are filled with collectible motorcycles and memorabilia. And to honor them, I'd just like to have Nancy, Bill, and Karen stand up. But I guess it's always exciting for me to go through a little bit of interesting Harley history. Bill touched on it. My grandfather was William A., one of the 4 original founders. He ran manufacturing in the early years. He was like the VP of the factories, and a very gentle, kind man who became very close to the individuals that worked on the factory floor. He would help them in a lot of unique ways to meet their goals. And he was a deeply loved man. I didn't know him very well. He passed on when I was a very young man. But he's part of the history of our great company, and it's people like that that make the whole thing successful. My dad, William H., was head of the company for 30 plus years, a super rider. He rode almost daily. He had a sidecar panhead, and if I was a good boy, he let me ride that thing once in a while. And it was a great motorcycle. It was a unique bike. It had a reverse transmission. It was a police model, and it had a sidecar on it, so he could run it in the winter. So when he came home at night after a day of work, he'd come blasting through the snow with his sidecar. And it was pretty damn neat. I guess I was hooked on this whole industry sport early on, and all of this that I'm talking about is very much a part of it. My first motorcycle was a 48 Model S, which was a 125 single, and that was in the 1948 time frame. But I'd like to just mention a couple bikes that were really important to me from a design standpoint and passion standpoint. Of course, the XLCR Cafe Racer, we probably didn't time that thing just right, but I had the pleasure of putting all the pieces together and doing the sketch work on it, and it's highly collectible. I'd love to do a new one someday. I don't know if the time will ever be right for that. But the other bike I want to mention is Sturgis 81, and that was the result of being out here for so many years and just kind of observing what's going on with Sturgis and hardcore riders. I've been coming here for 38 years. My first year was 78. I only missed one, and I will always be here if I can remain vertical and inhaling. But that motorcycle is a collectible piece today, and I have serial number 1 in my personal collection in our house. There are 30 motorcycles in our house, and they're in every room. The other motorcycle I want to mention, the current model, the FLST Street Glide. I was the original author of that bike, and it kind of bridges a gap between the customs and the strippers, and you can create a personality with that motorcycle. Like, it's yours. Do whatever you want with it. Keep it slim and clean, or load it up. It's just a great bike. I'm very proud of that motorcycle. And I'm also very proud of some of the graphics that I did as an artist. The serial number 1, red, white, blue, was done years and years ago. It celebrated our national AMA win, and it then became part of packaging, and today it's still alive and well. And I think if things are timeless, that to me is the greatest sign off on any design. So I'm very, very proud of that. I would like to thank this great Hall of Fame group who have honored me with this. I've been coming to these forever with my family, and I hope I can continue to do this forever. I thank all of you for your support, and my family, and always will remember a day like today. So I want to say to all of you, ride free and Sturgis forever.
True legend, and he's alive. The legend in his head. As we conclude our program today, please do support our midnight